So yeah, I made some changes here and shit like that. Yes, I did. Holy shit, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, can you hear me okay? I guess you can, eh? I bet you anything it's out of sync though. Yeah, there wasn't much I could do about that fucking thing. Yeah, you know what, dude? So, yeah, it sounds clear. Oh, that's good. Yeah, man. So I'm just using the one audio interface now. That changes the whole game. That's what was freaking out my system before. I was using like the sound card built into my computer, and I was using this audio interface all at the same time, and it was just shitting the bed constantly. You guys remember that? Couldn't hear my guitar, then you could, then it was fucked and everything. Holy shit! I spent like hours, dude, with Google's AI there, leading me through Ubuntu terminal and like going like creating config files. We were trying everything, yeah. And in the very end, ended up deleting all those config files, and then we just created one that sort of changed the what do you call it? The fuck's it called again? The sample rate down to 5 something or whatever instead of 10 something. Yeah. And that changed everything. Yeah. Now I've actually got a mixing board over here. You can't see it. I'll show you. So I got my mixer over here, my old 8-track. I got my keyboard and all the stuff and everything. And I've been rearranging my entire apartment. So my bed's not there anymore. It's around the corner. And now it's like, it's all like studio equipment and my workbench and cables and whatnot and everything. But I'm telling you, the area around the corner where my bed is and that, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, hang on, let me try and fix this again now that I've done that. Fucking made it all stupid. Yeah, it's awesome. I've got like my second computer hooked up there. It sounds clear, right? Yeah, I think so too. I'm digging this. Yeah. And I got a mic on my guitar amp now. I got a pile of mics. I had my old drummer there, Brett from my first punk band, Dick Puppet. He brought over like a pile. These were all my microphones that had gone missing for so long. Yeah, look at them all. Fucking yes. Yes. It's just like, they're back. Yeah. So that made a humongous difference in everything. Yeah. And then I got a mic sitting on my guitar amp. Yeah, man. So it's like sort of setting up my studio again to be a studio and all that. Yeah. But I bet you it's out of sync, though. I think it is. Watch. Is it out of sync? Because I did a recording and just quickly slapped it up on Instagram, right? Just say, hey. And I was looking back at the recording. I was like, fuck. I should have had the camera on while I was like testing all this shit out. I would have found out it was out of sync, but well, fuck. We're getting there anyways. It's getting a little bit better in that. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's like, what's cool around the corner? I got my big television set up and I've got like so many things hooked up to it. Yeah, I've got like my I got that G4, that Mac that I had kicking around, that old Mac, got it working. That's hooked up to the TV. And then I felt like, yeah, through the RG, whatever you want to call it, RGB or whatever the fuck that thing connector is. And then I've got my PS3 with a keyboard and a fucking controller hooked up to it. Then I've got my original Xbox hooked up to it and my second computer. Dude, both these computers, this one and the other one, were wide open to the internet. There was fucking Tails, what was it called? Tailscale was fucking installed. It was like the SSH was open to it, all kinds of things. Yeah, man, I sat here for hours with fucking with Google's AI in the terminal, and we locked this shit down tight. Yeah, locked it right down. So the reason it was is because I was using my second computer to as a server. I still am, just for a home server now, though. But I was using it as a server, open on one port to the internet for the No Complacent site. That was the only thing that was on that computer, yeah. And I was able to SSH into it, and I still am from this computer, and do the work through like that, eh? Yeah, Linux is fun. And we had Wazoo installed. I had like all kinds of fucking shit and everything, right? But when I left the band, they were all felt weird about it, and they wanted to host it themselves, which is fine. So supposedly it was shut down, and that my drummer, who's actually like a security guy, who was kind of teaching me about this stuff, shut it down. Oh yeah, it'll be fine and all that. No, it wasn't. It was all open to the internet. Fuck. So I'm like, yeah, the guy could have just like logged into my computer at any time. Yeah, good thing he's trustworthy. Yeah, or else he could have just came in here and just destroyed everything I had out of spite. No problem. Yeah. But no, he's because he's a security, he wants to do that for like for his profession, right? He's he's ethically, he's got it together, so he's not going to fuck around, right? Yeah. Can't say that for everyone, that's for sure, but him I can. Yeah. So that took forever. I did all that today. Holy shit, yeah. Did all that today. Oh, I did some other cool shit too. I wanted to take these sounds, because this is the old keyboard I used to create all that Alexis Machine stuff with. I did drums on here. I did bass, sequence it, and I used to have a 4-track and then an 8-track, cassette tape. And I would just like stereo left and right into 2 tracks. And then usually I'd just throw down a guitar and a vocal, boom, done. Or a couple guitars and a vocal, depending on whether it's a 4-track or an 8-track I had to work with, right, at the time. And I was sitting there, I was like trying to find this very vocal kit online. I was hoping somebody sampled it or something like that, right? Because I wanted to use it and recreate one of the tracks. Like I wanted to re-record it, just for the love of the art, you know what I mean? I thought it'd be really cool to re-record Surreal. Yeah. And I couldn't find it anywhere. So today I got on I literally was like frustrated, and I sampled it myself, right? Because that's how I hooked all this shit up. I sampled all the sounds myself, broke them up into 41 fucking files. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, well, how do I stick this on a piano roll so I can, bring it into like the DAW and all the things, right? So I got in with Google AI, and we went through a few come on, let me open it up here. A few options in that, and it taught me how to actually do it with this program called Polyphone Sound Editor. Here, so if I open this up, this is what I created, and so all my samples are all in here. See, 41 samples, and then the instruments, created a vocal kit, and then I just had to go and set them up on all the different keys for all the different sounds, so they had to be there. Yeah, cool, right? And then make a preset and then save it and all this stuff. And after some fucking around, I got it to work. And so in LMMS, here it is right here. There's my my kit. Whoops. So, whoops, here, move it over this way. Right from C2 up. Yeah. So that's possible. And that means that I could probably make whatever the fuck I want. Now that I know how to do that, right? Can you see how that opens the door for shit? Like crazy, right? Yeah. I already started on, okay, so here's like a bastardized, like it doesn't sound good because I split up the music and the vocals with AI. It's like really shitty right now, but it was enough for me to actually start figuring out the bass and drums and the keyboards that are in the background, and I was able to sort of start recreating it, which is sort of like this on its own. It's not exactly the keyboard sound that I'm after yet. But that's that vocal kit, that's that thing we created today. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, hey dude? Yeah, like that opens, like you use LMMS like crazy pre-poster, and so I mean, I'm sure that just opens a door for you too. Like your mind is probably going, wow, what else? What can I do with it, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah. So it's like you can sort of like sample whatever you want off a keyboard, and away you go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. If you actually mix it with it, it's not so great, but. Yeah, you get the idea. Um, so we started building it. Yeah. I just think this is just the coolest fucking thing here. Yeah. I can't believe I was able to create this today. Yeah. Thank you, Google AI, for teaching me. It's taught me a lot of shit today. Holy fuck. I did way too many projects today, dude. Like, way too many. I should, like, have no brain cells left. I don't know why I still have enough to be doing this. I'm not really sure, yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm still doing it anyways. Yeah. So, is the sound out of sync from my lips when I talk? Here, just so you can see my face, my pretty face. Is it out of sync from my mouth? Like when I clap my hands, is it wrong? You know? That's what I'm wondering. Because that recording I did, it was so off. I was just like, oh no. Yeah. I was like, that's not good. But it is what it is. It's a beginning. It's a start. Yes, it is. Mm. Are you guys even still there? Yeah, you're still there. I see you. I see you. That's what I want. A little MIDI keyboard, but the budget ones are bad. A little MIDI keyboard, real bad to be honest. The timing, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll dig into it and try and figure out what the fuck's up with it. But I mean, yeah, it's annoying a little bit to me. I find it, the fact that it's doing that, but it's, it's like one step closer to it working. Yeah. So there's like two inputs in the front of this thing. There's an XLR input, which is what I get this mic plugged into. And then there's a 1/4-inch input, which is what I have my mixing board plugged into. It allows me to put my keyboards into there or my guitar or anything else, right? Basically, through that 1/4-inch input. And when I was trying it earlier, it was just like farting out like, what? No, the MIDI keyboards, LOL. The cheaper, the worse they are. I can get a Chinese ZM1 for like $20, but they are garbage. Oh, I thought you meant the sync was off really bad. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah. Is it not out of sync or what? I thought that would be amazing if it's not out of sync. I'll be so happy. Yeah, I'll just be like, oh, okay, good. Yeah, like this actually, now it's really, oh, fuck, I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, I am totally. Yeah. Yeah, this keyboard, this Ensoniq SQ-1, I bought this SQ-1 Plus. I bought this when this is before, I think I was like, probably 24 years old. Maybe earlier than that. 23, 24 years old. I bought it that long ago. Yeah, and it's been through a war. I cannot believe it still works, dude. I had to, when I got it back from my buddy's place there, it had been sitting in his basement. Yeah, I had to open it up, clean it, repair it, and the whole nine. But I think a couple of keys don't work at the very most. But whatchamacallit? It's an old keyboard. So 24, that's 95. Yeah, that was in 1995 I bought that fucker. Yeah. I did many songs on it. Many, many songs. It was my first keyboard that I ever had that I could do any sequencing on. Yeah. It's like basically it's like you could play the parts, right? And then you quantize it to pull it into place. And then what I would do is I would make, sequences for, and add in bass or whatever. Bass and drums mostly I would do on that thing. And then, sometimes layers of keyboard depending on what it was. And then you sort of the same thing as LMMS. You build out your parts, you put them together in your song format, and then you hit record on your fucking 4-track and you hit play on this thing and it plays the whole thing out or whatever, right? Yeah. And the interface is bullshit. It's just some buttons, couple buttons you get to work with. Yeah. And a readout that tells you not much. Yeah. But now, holy fuck. Now we got this shit. It's like, son of a bitch. Yeah, you can imagine how I feel about all this stuff. It's like a piano roll and all the things and that. Like, this is great. This makes it easy and fast for me. Yeah. Oh, dude. So, yeah, I guess I'd need like a MIDI interface if I wanted to use this keyboard to like set off sounds and stuff like that on my computer. Because... yeah, my sound card doesn't have one or anything like that, and yeah, neither does the motherboard that I have. I guess it's just a separate piece that you can buy. I am imagining something like that, eh? I'm imagining it's something like that. But here's something else I want to dig into. Let's see, let's pull it up here. Not that. I want to see this after. This is so fucking crazy, dude. The chin modifications and they're drooping and shit. It's not good. Yeah, here. Let me open this up. I want to show you something I just think is absolutely the coolest thing ever. And yeah, here.
This next one is dedicated to a stolen laptop,
she's
drum, 4 on the floor,
using Java
with the scope.
And she's building
bass.
Building beats and grooves and things
via sawtooth wave, 16th notes
in JavaScript. It's just really cool, free to use.
Let's make the bass bounce.
Web software.
Let's duck it with our kick.
Yeah.
Targets 3, 4.
Look at all this.
Lower the depth of the duck.
So
0.8.
I'm talking over it so that way I don't get a copyright strike.
The bass is bouncing, but we want heavy bass. Layer with a wavetable.
Look at that, fucking cool. And so I want to look at all this stuff and dig around with it and see what I can do with it.
Modulate the wavetable envelope. We're just getting started. You can see the bass in both ears. Lower the decay. Time to blow it up.
It's all JavaScript.
Let's destroy the bass with diode distortion.
Now what she does
Our bass
is
can tell a story. Let's FM the
creates
bass
all
with
her
time.
sounds on different software.
Cycles.
And then what she does is she goes
two.
and she uploads all the audio files that she creates to like sort of a cloud-based sort of subscription thing. Maybe it's GitHub or something. And then she accesses
Let's increase the harmonic tilt.
This
Let's
web-based
create white noise hi-hats.
software. It's free to use. So it'd just be a matter of learning the syntax and playing around with it.
Modulated with a triangle wave.
And when it kicks in, it's
Fast.
just like she creates some really good shit, yeah. So it's like this brings together like
Next,
coding
we'll create a lead.
and creating music
Our
in
lead
real time
will be a sawtooth
all
wave.
together all at the same time, right?
Random notes.
Just for the nerdy
54 random
fucking
notes.
musician people like us.
Grab, C,
right?
C sharp, and F.
Yeah, I think this is so badass. And so I want to play around with this thing.
Faster.
I'm going to keep talking over it so that way I don't get a
30
copyright
semitones.
strike. But watch how she's putting all this together. You and I
We are
can play
masters
around
of
with this
time.
stuff through Post totally
You can
free.
cut time like a ribbon.
Yeah.
Cycle 4, 2 cycles long.
You can upload your own snare sounds, kick drum stuff, whatever
Tame it
you
with an
want.
acid slider.
As long as you've got it online that you can access
Add more
it
power.
just by putting in the web
Resonance.
address.
Increase the sustain.
Like, you know, like say GitHub or something. Put all
This
your,
next one is dedicated to a
like say upload all your sounds to GitHub or something like that. And so here, let's go and find it. It is called Strudel. And this is it right here. This is it, free. The way you go. I don't know what this will do. Look at that. First line of code. It does a thing. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, tell me that isn't fun. The idea of that is just, to me, I think is just great. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to copy this. I'm gonna paste this right into the chat for you. Paste. Yeah. So if you want to, you can open that up later and play around with it yourself. Yeah, pretty cool, eh? Yeah, I think so too. So about you have found Strudel, a new live coding platform to write dynamic music pieces in the browser. It is free and open source and made for beginners and experts alike. To get started, hit play. Change something, hit play. To get started, check out the interactive tutorial. Oh, there we go. Also, feel free to join the Discord channel to ask any questions. Okay. Give feedback or just say hello. Hello. Hello! I'm going to do it, dude. Yeah. Strudel is a JavaScript version of Tidal Cycles. Oh. Which is a popular live coding language for music written in Haskell. Oh, this is period, not dot. Strudel is free open source software. You can redistribute it and or modify it under the terms of the GNU Affero General Public License. You can find the source code at Codeberg. You can also find licensing info for the default sound banks there. Please consider to support this project to ensure ongoing development. Isn't that neat? I think it's a cool idea. Yeah, I think so, totally. I wouldn't know where to begin. What does this interactive tutorial look like? Welcome. Let me take your hat. Documentation. What is Strudel? What can you do in Strudel? Oh, examples. Here's some examples of Strudel can sound. Just play it. What? Oh, wow. It's just all playing in JavaScript. Wow. What the fuck? What happens if you change something? Let's change this to 4. Let's fuck it up. Okay. Let's change this to 1. Let's change this to the B major piano. What's it gonna do? Okay, wait. Is it 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 16? Early reflections, 0.5. Change that to 1. What's that do? Where's the drums? Drums. MIDI structure. Rim. Let's change this to 2. Instead of 3. Hey, it stopped. That wasn't me, was it? No, I just took a little break. Okay, now let's change it to 1. Does it do anything? What about change this to 1? What? Okay. Now what's it gonna do? I hit stop and play again. Okay, let's do this. I got an idea. Hang on. Stop this. Now let's do this. Let's copy all this shit, right? Oh. Let's copy all that. Let's take it in here and let's fuck it up and see what it does. Paste. Okay, so if we hit play, what's it gonna do? Anything? What? Nothing is happening. Why is that? I don't get it. Play. Why not? Oh, Strudel reply warm? What does that even mean? I don't get it. What am I supposed to take out? Like what? What? What's the deal, motherfucker? I don't get it. Why is it? I hit play. Okay, it's just spinning. Wait, what if I just refresh it and hit play again? Oh, it's not liking me. It hates me right now. I don't know what it's doing. Okay, let's stop it. Let's go over to here. Let's find out what's up. Let's hit. Oh, because it was playing? No, I don't know what it did. The whole thing is like hanging up and acting stupid. Doesn't want to play. Okay, hang on. Let's refresh this. Okay, let's grab all this. Let's copy it. Let's go over to here. Let's go like this. Let's paste it in again. And let's hit play. Okay, now let's change shit. Maybe it'll do something. Okay, drums. Let's change this 3 to a 1. Nothing's happening. Okay, wait. Let's play it back from here. It's supposed to just do it on the fly, I thought. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Let's find out. Oh, wait. It is. Okay, let's change this to 1. What's the deal? Why is this not working? Okay, change this one to 8 and see what it does. I need to see something drastic so I know something's happening. Change this to 1. Okay, go this up. Okay, hit play again. Now I'll change all those numbers and see what it does. Let's change this G major to a E major. Oh, there we go. See that? But it's like you gotta stop and start it all the time. That's not right. Or, wait, I got an idea. Maybe I'm supposed to hit update. Maybe. Watch this, wait. I bet you it is. Let's change this back to 2. Hit update. Yep, that's all you gotta do. You gotta hit update. Once you do that. So if we change this to the E major acoustic and update. The bass just fucked up. Okay, let's change it back to G. And the piano, back to G again. Update that. Okay. If I turn this, does this make it louder? Did something nasty. I don't know what it did. Let's see. Let's change this to 8. See what it does. What did it do? Oh, look at that. I think it's changing octaves, or what is it doing? Changing the voicing? It did something. Okay, let's go 1. Let's see what it does. What if I go 0.5? And what does that do? I don't know. What about 0.1? Change the room. Just crank the phaser up to 9. Okay, what else can we do here? Early reflection, let's take that down to 1. Update that. And then let's change this to 4. Where's the snare? Okay, so you can see how much fun this can be, right? I mean, you can sit here and fucking code shit and watch it do stuff like for hours. So what do we got here? Anchor D5, voice and signal, 4 clippers. Dude, this is like a gold mine of toys. This looks like so much fun. What's this? 16? Let's change that to 8. What's that gonna do? That's a mask. I don't know. That's 16? Okay. Rarely fly. Crank it up, see what it does. Nothing. 3,000? No way. Nope. 1,000. I can't remember what it was at. I think it was 1,000 or something. Okay, so this is the bass drum. This is the snare. What if I did this? That's a rim shot. That's a regular snare. Let's take this up to 5. And then wrong. What? Different voicing? Away with 6. Different sound. No way. Wow. Look at that. Okay, this is just way too much fun, dude. That's it. This is my new toy. That's what I mean. It's like this hits all in the right places for me. Yeah. Coding and music all at the same time. That's fucking cool. Hey, you know what I should try and do? Hang on, I got an idea. Let's test this out. Hopefully my amp won't freak out all over the place. It's been getting louder and quieter, louder and quieter, louder and quieter. All on its own. You hear that? It's louder, quieter. It's like absolutely annoying. Okay, let's see. Let's play around with this. What keys it in? Balance it out. That's not even right either. What would it be? Well, let's see. What G major piano. So it doesn't look like G major. Looks like G. It's like it sounds like it's like A minor. G major would be a... That's not right. Yeah, it doesn't sound right. Just trying to figure out the mode. not there. I keep thinking make there, but maybe, I don't know. My amp, it just keeps getting louder and quieter. It's a good way to come up with something to jam over. Our pre-poster on what's the mix like? 'Cause I don't even know myself. Yeah, so it does a thing. So it is pretty cool, eh? Yeah, it really wants to be a dick to me. Louder, quieter, louder, quieter. This crazy ass amp. Yeah. But it works. So that was a test. Try it out real quick. Stay there. Don't fall off. Yeah. I mean, yeah. What a neat little tool, huh? Isn't that cool? I think it's really cool. Yeah, I think so. Let's see here. Let me switch over here. And we have one of you on here. The rest of you bailed. Or one of you bailed. There was just two of you. Yep. Bailing. No, I'm just teasing. Let's see here. So what else have we got in our first sounds? This is the first chapter of Strudel Workshop. Nice to have you on board. The workshop is full of interactive code fields. Let's learn how to use those. Here is one. I'm still here, just working on things. Dude, what was that mix like between guitar and that background music? Could you hear the guitar okay and all the things? Because there's no way that I can actually full on check it myself. So that's why I figured I'd ask you. Yeah. There's no other way of knowing, man. No other way for me to know. I'd have to like watch my stream back later and go, ah, or something, you know? Like sound-wise or feel? I have a very different thing. No, like, I mean, like levels, like volume levels of different things. Like, could you hear the guitar okay? Did it sound right? You know what I mean? Like, could you hear it? Could you hear the music? Could you hear the guitar? You hear my voice? What was the mix? Yeah. Sound quality was good? Okay, that's all I needed to know. Good enough. The rest is could be whatever. at that point. Mm-hmm. As long as things are working, that's the most important part at this moment. Yeah. So what are you working on? Are you doing some music too, or feel wise? I would have gone more funk with the guitar. That's just me though. There was no feel there, dude. There was like, what fucking mode is this? I played a major scale over it. I played a minor scale over it. I played like Mixolydian over it. I tried a whole bunch of shit. It was just weird to me. It wasn't anything that I would actually, I didn't enjoy playing over it. I did not at all, no. I would create something on my own. That's what I would do for sure. But it was just a test just to check volume levels, make sure the guitar was coming through and stuff like that. Actually, I'm going to turn off that guitar mic right now. Yeah. I'm just happy that the fucking audio interface is working finally. That was a huge one, yeah. What do we got here? Click into the text field above. Press the Control Enter to play. Change Casio to metal. Press Control Enter to update. What do you mean above? There's nothing up there. Oh, right here. Okay. Okay, so Control Enter to play. Casio to metal. So if I go like this, and metal. Whoops, that's not right. Fucked up the syntax. And then Control Enter. Oh yeah, look at that. Still working on this tool. Well, it's done. So I guess I'm working on making it nicer and more secure from copy and paste knob heads. Yeah, you're making that tool for, was it for was it for Project Zomboid? The audio player? I can't remember which one it was for. For some reason I'm thinking Zomboid. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, Project Zomboid, yeah. There's that guy who got super pissed at you because you were like, he was like, I was creating that tool. And you're like, fuck you. Too bad. So sad. Haha. Got to before you did. Yeah. That's funny. You know, it's a good thing you're making that. I think that's cool. Man, there's like way too many awesome toys to play with on the internet now. Passive aggressive somehow had the exact tool 2 days later and reaps all the rewards. Oh yeah? No way. So I had the exact tool. Ah, look at that, eh? Just like fucking gotcha. Oh, I've been doing a lot of fun stuff, dude. I have to show you. I've been working on something. Let's go over to my website builder. Yes. I updated a day later. Has an update. So yeah, putting in some code gotchas. Are you? No way. Oh, that's great. So dude, check this out. This is a website, a web page maker that I created. Yeah. And so you can load it up with all kinds of cool shit in that. So it's like we preview what you create. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Home, about, contact, new page. Just like we're getting there. We're starting. We got a subscribe thing where you can collect. Yeah. Like I've loaded up this maker. Yeah. And it's basically what I made it so that way I could, here, I'll show you what I was trying to do. Close that. We'll come back to that. Let's go, hang on, first go to Reddit so I can actually find it. Oh, actually I don't need to go to Reddit for that. I should have it right here. Not that. this. So I wanted to recreate this website and replace it completely. And I thought, well, if I'm sitting there using AI, like, because I was going to, what do you call it, vibe code it, right? And I was like, well, fuck, I'm going to be like blowing tokens left and right, recreating this fucking crazy ass website. There's a lot here, man. It's like it goes on forever, you know what I mean? These are all like my friends' bands and stuff like that, and there's tons of shit in here. Plus there's a hidden social media website in here. There's like a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this without blowing tokens. So what I did is I created a website maker. So this way, the only tokens I have to blow is to create the maker itself. And then I can make as many pages and do all the shit I want to it without having to blow any tokens, because I literally created created a website maker like Wix for myself. Yeah. That's how I'm getting around it. Yeah. It's loaded with stuff: text, buttons, images, YouTube, video, audio, music player, tour dates, gallery, files. So you can download and upload files, shape, sign up, contact. So you get your media, themes, and shit like that. You go into the site design, you can do a whole ton of shit. You can really, yeah. I blew like about 60 tokens just trying to get this thing to put everything together so that way I could, do all the stuff that I want to do with it and that. But I mean, it's like, it works. And so I just thought that was a way better way to go about doing these things. Yeah, a way better way to do it. And then, if I want to, it would probably cost me nothing to pay for a domain name and stuff like that. And right now, like, say if I preview this, right? See, it looks, well, here, let's put this back to, where's home? There's the original one. Here's the new one. The original one, the new one. It's close, right? I mean, it's getting there, right? It's getting there. And if you go over to here, and you open that link up, it takes you right back into the hidden social media website with all the lore and everything. So it actually, the link connects it to it like nothing. So I don't even have to like worry about recreating it if I don't want to, but I still will. Yeah, I'm going to recreate it all from scratch. And yeah, because I'm like paying what? $30-some a month for this, and I can create as many fucking things as I want as possible, when I was paying like hundreds of dollars a year to run this Wix site. Yeah. So yeah, create a website maker and you cut all your costs down by so much. Yeah, for sure. And so, like, say if we go, let's see here. Say we go over to our About page. How do we do that? Go to our About page. Just add a bunch of shit. Throw in, just so I can show you what's all there. So you can throw in a YouTube video, like Rick Roll, or a video that you upload. Audio. Put an audio file in there. What about this music player? You could load that shit up. Tour dates. A gallery for your pictures. File, download files. Fucking your sign up thing. Contact. Yeah. Buttons and shit. Text galore. This is like pretty much everything you need, roughly. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's just badass. And how do you delete all this? Just like that? Oh yeah, look at that. Just like nothing. No problem at all. So yeah, vibe coding is pretty cool. I think it's got its place. I think so, yeah. can make whatever the fuck you want with it. To me, I think that's fantastic. Is like big time for quick web applications. It's like this, making yourself tools so that way you can use them. Yeah, that's how I see Lovable.dev. It's more like a toolbox. It's like, yeah, pretty much. Now, there was a lot that went into this. Like I had to really, it's like this, if you want to build something, you can tell it, say, hey, build me this like that, and it'll roughly get it, but it won't. Like it'll, if you don't know, like if you're not specific about every little feature and explain the feature and then correct the AI when it does the feature wrong, or you know what I mean? Like if you're not physically in there telling it very detailed instructions, then you're not going to be able to create it. You're going to make a mess, or it's not going to work, or it's going to be broken and all that, right? So you got to understand the software that you're creating. As long as you understand what it is you're creating, and all the little pieces and parts, and you can go in there and correct it or get it to change a feature or a small part of it, then you're laughing. You can create it whatever the hell you want. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how I see it. So this thing's, this is all me. It's actually not too bad. There's got to be more than that. Oh yeah, there's way more. Like these are all the prompts. This is me arguing with it for like, so we started off here. I started off with this big prompt right here. It's very detailed prompt. Yeah. Just to get it going. And then after that, it tells you what it did. And then you start adding in the things. And then, all the things. And you just keep going piece by piece by piece. It is doable. Yeah, these are all my prompts. This is me telling it to fix it. And all this stuff, right? So yeah, it's a great tool. I think it's awesome. Let's go have a look here. What have I got? 25 credits left. So you can tell I've been working on this shit lots. Yeah. Let me go to my dashboard. Let me go to my projects. What have I got in my projects? Let's see here. We got a bunch of shit that I could be working on. Yeah. Marc's Live. Marc's Live is a really cool fucking website. Yeah, I think so. It's got everything in there, like Discord, the whole nine. It's like, 88 bands put some work into that. Actually, let me close that up. Let me close these up. And my website thing, maker thing. And let's go over to, where is it? Yeah, let's go over to Marc's Live. Because I'm going to show you, Diligence started it, and then I started going hard at creating this digital audio workstation in here. And you can step right and shit. Now you can like grab things and move them around and shit. You can copy paste things and that. You can actually record audio. You know what? I wonder if it'll record audio better now that I've got all that crap straightened out. It's here. Input system. Steinberg. Yes, allow that. Yeah. So the input is the Steinberg analog stereo input. And then if we go and we add this, what is this? Say we add in, what is it? Add an audio track, right? Now you got your audio track right here. Check, check. So turn that up. Check, check. So I don't know what it's going to... Here, let's open up a project. Projects. What is it about this one? No, that's not right. Why is that? Let's try this one. Yeah, see, it's... I don't know why it's not saving the... There we go. Now I bet you if I go to the other projects, the sounds will be there. There. There we go. So it's a bug then. So say let's delete that. Let's change the input to here. Check. And then I think we have the effects. There's effects too. Reset. Done. So let's go and let's arm that. Check. 2, 2, 2. Yeah, check. So then if we go, if we go like that. Hey, checking 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, check. Check this, check that, check. Checkity, check, 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 check. Look, there it is. It recorded the fucker. Yeah, so just take the record off. Then we play it back. Hey, checking 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, check. Check this, check that. Actually, you're going to make that mono for it to work. No, that's mute. That's not mono. Yeah, so there's bugs. Hey, checking 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, check. Check this, check that, check. Checkity, check, 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 check. So yeah, you can create anything you want in this shit. Like this has been an ongoing project. There's been a lot of things in here. It's just like it's correction after correction after correction. But I was able to upload a whole sound library that I was using in LMMS. Yeah, it's just full of fucking sounds in here. Yeah, and so you can like create drum kits and save them, and you know, you name it, whatever it is that you want to do. You get creative. You go in there, and the idea is that you make yourself an account. And then you can save all your projects and whatnot. Yeah. And so I thought it would just be a fun ass thing to do. Hit save. There we go. Yeah. So here, we'll close that up. Yeah. I think that's fucking cool. Yeah. I'm digging all this vibe coding stuff. Yeah. It's fun. It's like, it's not as fun as, well, it is. I mean, it doesn't replace sitting and coding stuff, because that's a joy all within itself, right? And there's certain projects that I enjoy sitting and coding. You know what I mean? And they're a lot smaller than stuff like this. Fuck. If I were to try and figure out how to code all this, I'd have no idea. Not really. It's highly advanced, creating back-end systems and whatnot for all this, you know. So I mean, the vibe coding is good for creating really big things kind of quickly, and use them for tools. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Use it for tools. So for example, let's see here. There. So I didn't want to host my game on what do you call it anymore? Unity's Play, is it called Play Store or something? Not store, but like it's Play website or whatever, because it's just like you can host it on there, but then it's like there's also a sea of other fucking projects on there and stuff too. It's just like it's not very personalized. So what I did is I vibe coded my own website to host my game on. Yeah, and it's better. Yeah. Yeah, bring down the volume. I wonder how well it'll work right now. Let's just see. Let's see how well it works. Sometimes these things run really well, and sometimes they just don't want to run. We'll see how it works with my stream. It's been a while since I played this game. I've done some work on it since then too. Yeah, we should play around with it. Oh, wait for it. Give it a moment. Takes a bit to load up. It's got to like uncompress files and shit. Hey, how come you taking so long? You're not supposed to take this long. So I mean, sometimes it fucking does that. Huh. But if you wait long enough, you know what? It's not always that it does this either. Here, let's refresh it. Let's try again. These bugs are bugs. I'm not sure what it's doing yet. Not sure what the bug is. We'll figure it out. Sometimes it just works better than other times. Yeah. Hey, I wonder here. Let me just check that. Yeah, that's okay. And the XLR filters are there still. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Check, 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 check. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Seems like the loading screen seems to be working correctly now. It wasn't for a while. It would like load the loading screen and then it would be over and you'd be sitting there with the gray screen like we just saw a minute ago. But I went in there and I fought with Lovable.dev and got it to do the thing after a bunch of tries. Yeah, it kept fighting with it. It fights with you. Sometimes it's just like it argues with you. No, you're wrong, it says. I'm like, no, I'm right. It's not as bad as Google's AI, though. Here's the thing. Using Google's AI to help you with projects, you know, or figure something out, you know, and everything, it works, but you have to be on top of it. You have to remind it where it's at. Oh, hey, there's no audio. What the fuck? No way. It has no audio. So what happens if I hit start? No audio. That's messed up. Okay. That can't even be true. Why is that? Huh. Here, let's try and refresh it again and see what it does. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, you got to be on top of it because it gets confused because it hasn't got a visual interface to look at. Yeah, and that's where it starts to run into troubles. Plus, when you've been at it for like a couple hours and you're troubleshooting with it, it gets to a point where it starts to get confused and gets lost, and you have to correct it like crazy. But if you can keep it, if you can stay on top of what you're doing while you're using it, you can bring it around again, full circle, and it'll finish the job, is what I found. Usually I would just give up and say, fuck you, AI, and I'd argue with it and call it a piece of shit, and yeah, I'd have a big argument with AI. Yeah. But if you stay on it and you tell it, you know, what's up, it'll do it. It'll do the thing. And that. I wonder if it's like, if the audio is muted. We're gonna find out. I'm curious. I wanna play this game for a little bit and see if it works. Because I said it's been a little while. It does take a while to load, but like I said, it has to uncompress all the files. Is the way it works. It was telling me to get rid of that video that was in there that was bigger than the whole game. I was like, fuck you, it's staying. No, it's mine. It goes that way. All right. What? No. What in the hell? No audio. Why is that? Weird. Let's see what happens if I play this. This is the video that it doesn't like. Oh, here we go. What Okay, we'll just hit play on the... No, nothing. The video's got audio, but that's it. Damn, not a single bit of audio in this, eh? Son of a bitch. As if. Check that out, though. Now you're not confused, right? It's got a junction, safe drop down. And then go that way. Right? Now it makes sense. Now we're laughing. Now we're cooking with gas and all the things, all those old references. Yeah, I can make it full screen, but the reason I've got it not full screen is so you could actually see the things that I would be covering up. My face would be covering up. Yeah. So I've got these little signs for the junctions in all the levels now. That way the player is not confused. So I had one guy on Reddit trying to tell me that, well, he thought they were broken like elevators and that they were fucking up or some shit. I'm falling off the level, he's going. I'm just like, dude, you're just trying to misunderstand the game so that you could sit and whine on Reddit. I'm pretty sure, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Here, let's try and fix this before I go any further. Let's go over to Edit with Lovable. And let's go, let's find out. Let's find out what's up. The sound isn't working in the menu or the game, but the video has sound. But when you play the video, that has sound. There. My little bit of credits. Let's get that working. Let's see what it comes up with. See if it can fix it for me. Let me just close that there while we're at it. Fix my shit. No, it wasn't just on your end. No, it was over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's being a dick. It is. It's a dick. Yeah, I think it just like breaks from time to time, and you got to get in there and tell it what to do to fix it and all the things. Yeah. There's only one crappy thing about having just a mic like this rather than the headphone mic, is if I want to get up and go get water, you can't really hear me talk. Like before, it was just like it was right there. It was attached to my headphones, and I could just keep blabbing as I'm in the kitchen getting water and shit. All right, iframe tracks audio. Okay. Resume sim, gestures, point and click. Resume as parent, unblocks, Unity suspended, web audio, graph, and menu. So menu and game sound play. Okay, let's publish it and find out. Update. Let's find out if it knows what's up. Give it a little moment to update. So if anybody's wondering, the game is made in Unity, and the website to host my game on, I created with this Lovable.dev vibe coding AI. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would have probably, I don't know what it would have been like to try and create that myself with just HTML code and, and all the other stuff too. I don't know. All right, let's see if it works now. Spinning up cycles. Compiling light wave. Compiling light wave. Decoding game grid. I see the title screen. Look at that. Just so fast. Okay, let me just turn it down a little bit so it's not super loud. And let's play it. Yay, it works. Okay. Alright, let's fucking play this game for a little while. Let's go this way first. Get that other weapon. The sounds make these things a lot more intimidating than they are without the sound. I wanted it to be like some big roaring lion dinosaur type thing. Oh, shit. This game has come a long way, I gotta tell you. That is pretty loud. Is it still too loud? I can turn this down a little bit more. There. Somewhere around there maybe, hey? Something like that. So I got my other weapon? Yes, I do. Okay. We're going this way. And we're gonna go down. Ride it down. Reddit's a weird fucking place, eh? All the trolls hang out on there. They just lurk around like little demons. Whoa. Hoping to get a taste of somebody that's bleeding out. They do. It's just like an evil sport for them. Evil sport. Fucking Reddit trolls. Ha! Whoa! Holy shit! Oh, no way! I got... Fuck! You see that? Those explosions jammed me right through the wall. That's a common thing that happens. Get stuck in the wall because of an explosion. Bug test, LOL. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like there's not much you can do about those ones. No, it's not like just oh, here I can fix a bug. No, it's just that it just sucks. It's physics. Yeah, the explosion itself. Okay, so what does that mean? Son of a bitch. How do you start it over? I gotta fucking reload it in. Ah. Actually, I probably should have... No, because I hit escape. Nothing. I guess I could have hit tab. No, I don't even know if there's a quit when you hit tab. I'll have to check it. If not, then I'll put in a restart button or something like that. That's what I'll do. Just to restart the level, or... I mean, I could also put in, like, I could create something that transports your player forward. You just have to be like facing in the direction you want to be moving forward in. You know what I mean? Sort of like a safeguard to get you out of that kind of a trouble when you get jammed into a wall. Due to the physics of an explosion.
Weapon station.
I kicked him up or something. Let's hit him with this one. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Whoa. This is fun. It's like a fever dream though.
All personnel should follow
Holy shit, I thought I was going to get completely taken out there. Everything was going red. I'm going to have to do some like hero voiceover type stuff. So that way like the character goes, take cover! You know, and shit like that, just to give the players some cues as to how to battle it out in a certain area. Because that seems to be look, it's like this: if you're not holding the player by the hand and leading them through how to play the game, they're not going to know. It's just the truth. Oh yeah, you seen this, eh? I made water. Yeah. Bubbles and the whole nine, bro.
all personnel should follow
Yeah. I use everything I learned from using different water assets, and because I understood them, I was able to sit down and create one, create an actual, working water asset. Turns out using the right namespace with that external script that is for like the water allowed me to gain control over the player controller functions and modify them to create the illusion of moving in water. Yeah, and also I was able to access its post-processing and all kinds of shit. Yeah. Can service definitions be changed? Might be able to change one little parameter and it's fixed. I don't know. Not really. I think the only thing you could do is like, if you could come up with a way to sense that you've blown yourself through a wall and then to like move the player forward out, like you'd have to, okay, like if the player is stuck, you can't move forward or backwards, like, right? You're kind of caught within a collider itself, and you know your ground check is probably also, you know, not noticing that there's ground, so it won't allow you to move your player if the ground test checker can't find ground underneath you, right? You're kind of inside something that is not going to be good. Now if you go and you apply all this code to every little piece to bump you forward every time you get jammed into one of those things, I don't know, that might just be something that would just cause more problems than anything, you know? A deflection, player hits the wall and pushes back. Well, here's the thing, it's like it's already there, like it stops the player naturally. You know, there's not much more you can do. It's like, sort of like, when that happens, it's more of a fluke. So, it's like, it's not like an ongoing bug. Like, you can jam yourself in the walls left and right and slam yourself everywhere. Like, it's all set up for that deflection. You know, it's physics. It's all built in, right? It's all done already. All that stuff is already done. The fact that you get slammed into and stuck in the thing is just like a fluke thing. So all the testing is already done. So no, that doesn't work because it's already been set up for that. Now, this is what happens when you get jammed into an area like that, because you've got like a ground checker underneath you, right? And so when you're in the air, you know, you're not on the ground. When you're on the ground, it knows you're on the ground because it's like a little checker that's touching the ground below you that is ground, right? When you're slammed in between one of these walls, there's no ground underneath you. So the ground checker thinks you're in the air, which makes it so you can't move forward or backwards or anything, right? Yeah. And And so that's part of it, right? Because now it's like an abnormal thing. The only thing I could do in that case is create like a get me unstuck button. That's it. Because because if you were to do it automatically, like if I were to get blown into a wall facing that way, and I can still turn around and look, right? But if I tell it to move the player forward, by a few, by say if it's X moves you like your X, Y, and Z, right? I think the player is forward and backwards is X or something like that. And Z is left and right, and Y is up and down. I think it's something like that. So what I would do is I tell in the script to move your player forward, by, +2 or something like that, right? But if you're facing that way or something in the wrong direction, well, then it's gonna throw you further out that way, right? So it's like, yeah, it's a whole bunch of checking. It's like a whole nother thing. Yeah. I'm thinking though. I'm thinking out loud right now. Yeah, because it would have to do with the direction that you're facing in. There's no other way to figure that out. Yeah. It would be like the get me unstuck button would like push you out of the wall, right? It would just move your player forward, and then whichever direction you're facing, it would move your player forward by out in that direction. So you'd have to be a smart player to get yourself unstuck. You have to be making sure you get yourself unstuck in the right direction. And then I could make a button that would do that. I could write some simple code for it. But again, it's like physics is supposed to take care of all that shit. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing right now. That's all the checks and all the things. The physics engine, it's all built around taking care of that. Clipping through it, it just seems to be a thing that you can't really test for. It's just something that's unfortunate that can happen once in a while. Yeah, as long as the situation is set up in a certain way. Yeah, does that make sense? I'm wondering if that makes sense. Because otherwise, yeah, I can't see it. You know what I mean? Like if you build the code in each one of these blocks, and as soon as it notices that you're within the collider, so the collider has to be a trigger, and it's not. It's a solid collider. So for it to sense that you're inside the collider, it has to not be like a colliding surface. It has to be a triggered collider that you can walk within for it to check that you're in there. So there's no way to write any code to tell that collider that is on this square in front of you to be able to tell whether you're inside it or not. You know what I mean? There's a whole different system. Yeah. Now, this over here, there's a hidden collider in front of me, right? A collider just like on here, but it's flagged as a trigger rather than something that you're using physics and bouncing off of, right? It's not a solid surface, the collider. It's set up as a as a trigger to be able to test whether or not you're inside it, and then you put a bunch of code on it. So like for instance, when I walk within it, it notices I'm in there, and I fire up a whole bunch of shit, which move the camera inside, turn on a different camera. It creates this whole ride, right? Now, once we get to the thing, it now puts the player where this collider is, and then the collider disappears. but it also tells the player to face in this direction and to move forward a little bit. So that way it's exactly where you want it to be, because it starts off like this, right? When it gets here, it knows once the door is open, and it gets the end of the animation to transport your player to this collider, and in this collider senses it and turns them around and moves them X forward a little bit, right? Whoa! Shit. So it's like that. It's like it's a solid surface, so you can't put a collider set up as a trigger, because there's already a collider on it that isn't a trigger that won't let it in. If you have two colliders over each other, one that is a trigger and one that is just like a physics collider, they won't work well together. Yeah, it'll bug out. Yeah, it doesn't. It's like that's the wrong thing to do. Yeah, it could be rudiment nudge to the closest surface until on ground or whatever the actual technical language is further. Yeah, but it needs to know what direction to push you in. That's the thing. And once you're in there, you're free to move around, but you're not free to move forward, backwards, up, or down, because the ground check is off of the ground now. And yeah, you see what I mean? It's like all the things you need in order to make it work have been compromised, and you cannot set up a different checking system for it. Yeah, it's just like, it just doesn't allow it. So the only, like I said, the only thing you can do, and again, it's like, you still have to be, even if I were to create a button that says get me unstuck, you still would have to be able to sense that you're stuck, right? And if you're stuck in an area that I can't put a collider that's set up as a trigger to test if you're in there, because there's already like a physics collider there, then there's no way for me to, for the engine to find out or to know that you're stuck. It doesn't know you're stuck. It's just all it knows is that your ground checker sees no ground underneath you, and so you cannot move forward or backwards. You're in an odd place now, you know what I mean? Because now you're within a physics collider. You're jammed inside it. Yeah, and there's no way to test to know that you're in it. Yeah, you see what I mean? This is the reality of that. Now, you could keep thinking, because there might be a way, but those are the limit. That is the problem. That's what makes it so that way you cannot, it is not a regular problem that you can just take care of. Yeah, it's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? One thing makes it impossible, and you can't do anything about that. It's fucking terrible. But if I can, yeah, it's the thing. If I can somehow be able to know that you're jammed in there, the engine knows, then I could even turn on that get me unstuck button and press it, and then, you know, all the things, right? As long as it knows you're in there, then I can fire shit off. But there's no way for it to know. That's the problem. Because the physics collider attached to the wall that keeps you from going through denies you the ability to create a testing collider around it that allows you inside. You would almost have to have two objects in the same place. So each one of these squares would have a second square. You know what you could do? My mind always goes to flags like is ground, floor, etc. Then is ground false would be the condition. Nope, because it uses the is ground false for your air the way you move in the air. Yeah. And the way you move in the water and all this stuff. So the ground check is being used for a plethora of things. So just not being able to touch the ground isn't enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Otherwise, if you're not on the ground, like I'm not on the ground, now I am. Can you imagine a hit not on the ground, now it does that thing and it nudges you forward every time you leave the ground. Yeah. It's like the ground checker does a lot more in this scenario. Yeah. Now, the only thing I can think of that again, it might slow down the engine and cause bottlenecks to do this for one little possibility of once in a blue moon of you actually getting stuck in a wall, which would be you've got your square that has a physics collider on it, right? That stops you from going through it. And it is within a parent object. And the parent object also has another square that is invisible that has a collider that is a testing a trigger collider, right? And that would have to be smaller, and inside that physics collider, so that way you don't accidentally trigger it if you bump into the physics collider. It has to be within it, right? So then when you get stuck in there, that little trigger collider inside there, and both of these are within a parent object of those wall squares, right? When you get stuck inside there, that trigger collider will notice and go, oh, you're in here, let's fire off this code, right? But you're not supposed to put colliders inside other colliders. You're not supposed to overlap colliders because they start to freak out. The code starts to go crazy. It starts doing nut stuff, right? Because when that collider is inside the physics collider, a trigger collider inside a physics collider, it's not going to be good. It's going to be constantly going off. Going, I notice something's happening. I'm being triggered. I'm being triggered. I'm being triggered. Like, so you imagine all these sections of wall and floor are going, oh, I'm being triggered, I'm being triggered. Constantly running code to check if the player is the thing that's triggering it. Oh, it's not the player. Let's check it again. Let's check it again. Let's check it again. It's like a loop. So all these wall and floor pieces are looping and looping on its own, constantly trying to figure out what's inside it. But it's inside something else. You see what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you see, yeah, it's like getting stuck in a wall is a once in a while thing that doesn't happen very often. It's like once in a year that happens to you. It's literally that rare that you'll get stuck in a wall it's like a fluke. You know what I mean? So you can't afford to have a bunch of loops running, freaking out, trying to figure out what's triggering it when it's just you'll just tank your whole engine. You see what I mean? It does. Yeah. So I'd say that's on the Unity game engine. Maybe. I mean, like, how are you supposed to come up with something for that anyways? Right? You'd have to like create a whole system in your game engine for it. Pretty much. Oh shoot. Almost shot myself there. Oh good, I got that in time. Yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Player towards the nearest candidate. Yeah, he still has to check to see if you're in there. That's the problem. Once you're in there and you can test for it, like here's the thing. If there's a way to tell the engine that you're in there, then you can start doing shit, but there's no way. Could you place a general direction box with a basic true false condition? If false, then if false outside a room, it could trigger a nudge or a respawn, however you want to handle it. Just thinking. Well, you won't get all the way through the wall. You know what I mean? Like, what if you don't get even far enough out of the wall to even trigger it? You would have to put like a bounding. You have to. I guess what you would have to do would be go around every level that you have, every floor, every ceiling, every wall, and put a collider that is, set it up as a trigger, like grab it and stretch it and put it all around there, and then put your code on it, and then you could run some code. But if you don't make it all the way through the wall to trigger it, then it's not going to work. Plus, that's just more shit running in the background. You know what I mean? But that would be a way. It's just, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much for a fluke. Yeah, it'd be like too many resources for something that may never happen to you ever. You know what I mean? And because that shit's running all the time. It's running every game, every loop. Like, you know how your game has a loop and it just keeps going, like every frame it does a game loop in your code. Well, every time it does that, every frame, all those triggered colliders that you've set up all over your level, all crazy like everywhere, hoping not to overlap each other and bringing it as close as you can to the physics collider and this and that, are constantly running code every single time that a frame goes by. It's running code to see if anything has entered it. It's true. Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's like, it's yeah, it's just one of those things that
All personnel should follow safety protocol.
it's like it's like just making your engine tank out to take care of a thing, you know what I mean? But like I said, yeah, I really don't know how to actually take care of that. No clue what would work. You see the problem, eh? It's the way that the engine is designed. It's a design flaw. Rather than a coding issue. You know what I mean?
All personnel should follow safety protocol.
Oh shit. Okay, no, I'm alright. Oh shit. No, I still have more. Yeah. It's a fucking design an engine design flaw. The design flaw in the physics engine. Basically, that's what it is. Hey, how come I keep missing this guy? Yeah, gotcha. Ha. There's still more of these suckers I gotta get. Believe me, I've made so many game mechanics that I've tried a bunch of unorthodox shit like that for all kinds of things just to have the engine break, because it's like just asking the engine to do too much. You know what I mean? Basically it's like, yeah, asking the engine to do too many things at once. it's a balance to get it to run smooth. A total balance.
All personnel should follow safety protocol.
One thing I learned, you know, when I started doing game dev is that a lot of players whine about the dumbest things that they shouldn't even be fucking whining about. If they knew how a game engine worked, they would realize how stupid they sound. Yeah, they would. They totally would.
All personnel should follow
They'd just be like, okay, I sound like a fucking idiot, crying. Here's the other thing too, is like, it's bad. It's just bad sportsmanship. That's what it all comes down to. When you've got a gamer that's crying out in pain because it's not fair, I'm losing the game and it's the game developer's fault, let's dox him, let's ruin his life, it's all the things and all this stuff, I'm being ripped off, he stole my money, you know, it's just bad sportsmanship because they're losing, because their skills aren't very good yet. That's basically, it comes down to it. I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. It is. Think about it for a minute. Think about all those years of playing. I think about all those years of playing Mario Brothers. Remember Mario Brothers? Sure. It's like when you're working everything, working hard, and then you slip or you miss or you get caught on a block because you didn't press the up button exactly at the right time. It's the game's fault. Because it's poor sportsmanship. Yeah. And so everybody's a fucking keyboard warrior and they take it out on the game dev. It's the same thing. If there was like a hotline that you could call, like I know you could call like, you know, certain hotlines and get, you know, clues and hints and stuff to like get through your game and that. But if there was a hotline that you could call years ago to just bitch out the game dev, people would. They call them up, they death threat them, they do all kinds of shit. It's bad sportsmanship, period. I know about the complaints. Had people saying my tool didn't work, they apparently didn't read the bold, requires Python 3.14 top line in the description. Yeah. Anytime you have someone crying out in pain and saying you ripped them off because you made them something to play with and they're not good at the game, it's because it's poor sportsmanship. Yeah. And they just find it much more easier to blame the game company, to blame the game dev. You know, oh, I'm not having fun. And it's like this and that. They ripped us off. It's always they ripped us off. They go for it. Yeah. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And I never realized that until I started doing game dev. Because I used to do that too. I used to bitch and swear and say it's the game's fault. And then I'd say I'm being ripped off. And I'd be like, it's not fair. They're doing it on purpose to me. You know, and all the things. And sure, of course I'd say all those dumb things. Yeah, because, you know, because I was losing. This is literally it. There's no other reason. Yeah. So there. I said it. Ha. And you can't say I'm wrong without lying. No one can say I'm wrong about that without lying. Yeah. And lying to themselves is what it is. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. God, that feels good to say. Hand-holding, yeah. What is it? 90% of the work on my tool has been gluing Nerf pads to it, LOL, hand-holding. Yeah, it's true, dude. It's true. I mean, you're never going to be able to please the person that is losing the game. You know, you're never going to make it easy enough for just anybody to start playing and win the game immediately. You're not. You're just not going to. It wouldn't be a fun game. It would be like, to do that, it'd be like press a button and sit back, watch your player, do it for you, run through the game and kill everything, and then you win and you're like, look at me, I won! You know, that's about all you can really do for them. You know what I mean? It's just, it's like Soundman used to, you know, they used to say, you know, I don't have talent buttons on my fucking mixing board. It's the same thing, you know? They should stick to idle clickers. Yeah, idle clickers, yeah. Exactly, you know? It's like, don't be a little bitch. Stop blaming the game. It's not the game, it's you. You know what I mean? If you're not having fun with the game, you know, maybe you don't, it's not a game for you. If you're not good at it, but you still want to play it until you're good at it. And when you're losing, fucking take accountability for it. You're losing because it's you, nobody else. Yeah. I wonder how many fucking angry people are gonna be watching this going, no. A bunch of trolls. Fuck you. It's a game dev. Yeah, right. Okay, so who did I miss? There's somebody up here. Oh, I think I know what it is too. Yeah. So this water is basically a collider that is set up as a trigger. Yeah. That's basically what it is. Alright, let's see if I can find that. I need some health or I'm gonna like totally die here. Alright, where is this last robot that I gotta kill? Got that one. Oh, he's over there? Did I get that one yet? Let's find out. No, I got this one already. I think he's a turret. No. Where is he? He's up there. Okay, let's figure this out. He's somebody that I missed. Okay. He's over there. It's not this turret, because I got this turret. Wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Oh, I did get that guy, though. I got this guy. He's right. You know what? I think I know where he is. Whoa.
All personnel should follow safety
In
protocols.
DZ, the only real complaint I have is there is no armor. There's an armor system that is totally bypassing the RNG, rendering it pointless. LOL. Just don't have an armor system in that instance. I mean, in RNG? What's RNG again? I think I'm either supposed to drop down in this one, I think. I think there's an enemy around the corner. Nope. Damn it. It's not here. I'm supposed to go across to the left, that's what it is. Shit. Oh, way up here now. Okay, hang on, I got this. Yeah. Yeah! Okay, hang on, I got this. Wait. It's this way. Yes! Got him. Okay, now I can finish this level. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just don't die. Oh, jeez. Okay, I got this. I got this. Alright. Let's finish this level. This way. I've actually got little game dev ways to like shit. We were this way. Yes. I got ways to get from one level to another. Little back doors. No, as if I did that. Fuck me. Shit. Okay, that's okay. I got this. Why did I don't lose health and not make it? I got this. I gotta stop falling is what it is. There we go. Okay, okay. A zombie still lands a bite or similar injury. Oh, I see what you mean. Even though the armor, even though you got the armor, it still does it when it's not supposed to. See, just little things. And sometimes it's just like fluke. It's like bugs that are a fluke compared to a bug that is always happening. They're two different things. When it's a bug and it always happens, then you can go, you know, it's a bug that you can go in and fix, because, you know. But when it's something that happens rarely, then it's something that doesn't make sense, you know. And that's where it becomes almost impossible. Yeah, instead of the clothing taking the damage, it just gets you. Shit. Right? And it's just a matter of like something triggered, you know, along the way, triggered a variable, some unknown thing, and for some reason that variable didn't switch back. It could have been some other feature or function or whatever, and the bug was something else, right? But that could be the thing, that very little variable could be the thing that fucks all that shit up, right? Yeah. Like these little signs, these little junction things. Tells you safe drop down, not safe, different shit like that. Yeah, let's drop down. Yeah, I've been putting water everywhere now that I got a water system. This is hard because moving in the water is a lot different. It's harder to take cover sometimes. Yes. Now this part is tricky. Shit. No! It almost killed me totally. There's another one around the corner, I think. Got him. Yeah, I like this water system. Whoa! This comes flying out of there at 100 miles an hour. I'm really pleased with the way the artwork's been turning out in this. You're gonna watch this. No! I died. The funniest adaptation that design is players rolling in their birthday suits. Ha! Pretty funny to see some dude in their underpants being chased by 100 zombies or so. That would be funny, just streaking away from zombies, screaming, ah! You know, I have an air conditioner that works now. But if I turn it on, it would be the noisiest fucking thing in the world for you. So, I'm just gonna try and hold off. Oh shit. I just realized something. I gotta take some meds. Maybe I can just open my window for now. Or I could turn it on and see how bad it is. It won't be that bad. Make sure nothing comes to get me. Hang on, I'll be right back. I got some water too. Holy fuck. Thirsty. I got pissed too. So how loud is that fucking air conditioner? Is it just crazy ass loud? I can kind of hear it almost. Okay. Coffee time. Coffee refill time in that case. What was that? I mean, if it's like taking over a leaf blower, I'd understand the hesitation, but otherwise, people would be dealing with some background noise. Well, that's good. Because holy fuck, is that ever nice. Yeah, I just cleaned it really, really good, and then I got the one of the landlord's workers to come by and literally make sure that it wasn't going to start on fire after 2 years of it being not active. And then boom, I had a fucking air conditioner. I just could not believe it. It's like life without an air conditioner was terrible. You guys, you know, it was awful. I ruined my chair because I was sweating in it. Yeah. I had to do so much just to fucking de-stinkify it. Spraying it all the time, trying to kill odors and shit. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, what happened? Hang on, let's go full screen here. Looked like my mouse wheel did a funky thing there at that moment. Yeah. Get him! Yes! Got him. Wait, didn't I put something down there recently? Where I was going, I think. And I didn't. I think I was just thinking about it, yeah. Wrong way. Whoa, whoa. Doesn't like that full screen shit. Not at all. Oh, overloading. Consider turning down the video settings or using a faster preset. Okay, hang on. Okay. Alright, maybe that'll be better. Where if I can get them from here? Probably not, eh? No. I have to go into the... There's only one way to do it. You gotta take cover. Wait for them to stop shooting and let them have it. Yes. This one's the hardest one. You need to get tight in the corner there. Oh, I missed. Yes. I got this. I got this. No, I don't have this. I got this. Ah, no, 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 no. Yes. Whatever this coal is that I picked up, I'm still getting over it. It's getting better. Ah, as if. As if I died again. No. Son of a bitch. Ah. You know what I could do though? If I wanted to go to the next level, I got a trick. But that would be wrong. That'd be wrong of me. I think so. Okay, I need a break. I need a break from my own game. I feel like I'm working hard here. I need to take a break from that. Let's look at the double chin thing. The weird chin thing. China's deadly bubble chin disaster. Dude, this is going to be very, very interesting. And let this be a lesson to you. Don't change your chin. It's not worth it to put shit in your face. Hey, is this gonna work? Yeah, it'll work. See that? Look. You see that shit? Do you see that? See, China, they keep doing all these crazy fucking modifications to themselves, right? There is so much... There's so much money in plastic surgery going on, and there are literally apps that you can use to check your face to see if you need any plastic surgery. Yeah. And it's like, and people do it because they're using filters to look like to someone they're not in order to drive their career forward as a social media influencer. And then when they go out in public, they're not recognized. So they get all fucked up and they go and get plastic surgery to look like the person they do when they got the filter. Well, that's a look. I don't know if it's a good look, but it's certainly a look. Well, it's supposed to be just a little bit more chin, but it starts to grow. All these things go out of hand. You get a little bit done, and then your face starts fucking growing in that section and getting all out of whack. You should see some of these. I've watched quite a few of these. They're like, wow.
We all know that having a sharper and more defined jawline is probably one of the best aesthetics you can have. And after taking a totally unbiased facial analysis that's not led by unhealthy beauty standards or anything,
facial
it told me,
analysis.
yeah, you know what you need? More chin. And luckily, I'm not the only one, because recently on Douyin, people started injecting these unknown substances into their chin just to stretch it into that super sharp V-shaped aesthetic. Except what started as a sharper chin started uncontrollably getting longer and longer, which is how millions of people started ending up with these so-called deformed bubble chins, where your chin just starts drooping and growing downwards. And honestly,
yeah, what a great idea. Let's do it. You know, why can't we inject that shit into where the ends? I'm not even gonna say. You know where I was gonna go with it.
once you see it, you can't.
I mean, you know, it's like. Right? Boy. I mean. But you would just have an enormous, giant head on the end of your dick. You'd have a dick shaft, and you'd have a long head. You know what I mean? A big, long gland. God, that would be so bad.
Unsee it. Now, how did this all start? You see, in traditional Chinese facial aesthetics theory,
yeah, the result is a droopy chin. Well, worse than a droopy chin. It just keeps growing. Yeah, it's just shoot that shit all around your cock. It would just keep getting fatter and fatter. Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
there's this thing called the golden ratio of the face. Basically, they divide your face into 3 horizontal sections, and in an ideal face, each section is supposed to take up roughly about 1/3 of your facial length. You know, so all sections are in harmony together, okay? Everything needs to be harmonized nowadays. Now, guess which section everybody suddenly became obsessed with? Yeah, the bottom half. No, the bottom half of your face. Because apparently your chin isn't just your chin anymore. It's now responsible for determining whether your face looks balanced, long enough, slim enough, feminine enough. You name it. And there's one celebrity that gets brought up over and over again, and that's Angelababy. She's basically treated as a blueprint for perfect facial proportions.
But then you said, but then they look like they're wearing a mask all the time? Yeah. Or a filter all the time. Until it goes all out of whack.
Heart-shaped face, sharp jawline, balanced profile, everything matching those so-called golden ratio measurements that everyone's obsessing over. Whether she's had plastic surgery or not, that's been debated for years, and that's besides the point. The point is that she's become the reference image everyone is chasing. So if you naturally have a square-shaped face or a pear face, congratulations. You failed before the game even started. And I'm not even exaggerating either, because some of these beauty companies advertise that having a short chin disrupts the proportions of the upper and lower face.
Looks well fabricated, yeah.
So you gotta make sure that you have a chin that can slice through anything. And this is why chin augmentation has exploded in popularity over the last few years. It was simple. You inject filler, most commonly hyaluronic acid, once again, into the chin, and it can either push your chin forward, make your face look longer, or create that super pointy V-shaped look that everyone was chasing. It was easy, cheap, convenient, and fast.
A sharp
Since
chin.
you're not committing to permanent surgery, you're just trying it out. You get a new chin, you post your pictures, and it just slowly goes back to normal. No commitment at all. Basically a free trial for your face. So naturally, people loved it. But then after a few months, some people's chins started getting swollen and started growing a bit longer than they'd like. Just a bit. So they went to dissolve the filler. And even afterwards, it just started growing longer and longer, uncontrollably. Their chins just didn't seem to know when to stop. And over time, gravity started pulling it downward until the entire lower half of the face was distorted. Which is what eventually created a new variant of our bubble face disaster. It's like their little brother, the bubble chin effect. Now, of course, people start asking, what is going on, okay? How is this even possible? Well, according to multiple reports, these people...
It's like a nutsack.
weren't actually getting ordinary filler anymore. Instead, many people ended up having baby face collagen and growth peptides injected into their chins.
What?
And these were promoted as a newer type of wrinkle removal filler that would supposedly stimulate the person's own cells.
Jeez.
Okay. Stimulate them to do what exactly?
下巴打的三角因子现在
The
越来越
jaw's
大，
getting bigger
网
and
络
bigger.
能找到
Can you
帮我
help
解
me
决我
solve
这种
this
问题。
problem? My
因为
problem.
我去年在长沙，
Because I was
做了
in
2次，
something, I
但
did
是
it
没有做好。
twice,
其实
and
我
it
一直在
wouldn't
修复的
work.
路
It
上
would have been
找不到
a way
真正
real
能解决问题。
solution.
千万要谨慎哈！所有那个产品如果里
Careful
面有
that
三角因子什么的
there are，
那就
peptides
会跟我这样子后悔莫及。
Definitely.
Unlike
Fuck,
normal
man.
temporary filler that
Careful
just
with those
gradually
peptides.
disappears over time, this material behaved completely differently. Instead of being
Wow.
absorbed by the body, it stayed inside the tissue and started
Wow.
shifting around as well as harden and stimulate
What?
this abnormal growth. And combine
Oh,
that with the
man.
fact that your chin is constantly moving. Every day you're eating, talking, smiling, you're just making facial expressions.
Bro.
And over time,
That's
gravity starts
brutal.
pulling your chin downward and the filler also starts going lower and lower.
我下巴变成这样了，这个是我6年前打的玻尿酸。
Can you hear
但是
the
当
video
时第一
okay?
次做这种东西
Should
不
I
太
turn it up or
懂，
down?
然后也没有做功课，我就去了一个小美容院打的。这已经整整6年了，
Well,
都没
they
有代谢掉。
injected some
我不知道是因为
nonsense
那个人
into
的技
their
术问题，
chin
还
that
是
plays
原材
with
料
cell
晚淘的时候，这个
production.
下巴也是
I
凹凸
don't
不
think
平
that's
的。
something
然后不好的时
you
候，
just
比如说我
fix.
熬夜啊，或者说上火，它这里
That's
就
what
会
it
肿肿
is.
胀胀的。我昨天晚上是喝了酒加熬夜。
Dude, you gotta sell this. Here's the thing. They're using it for the wrong thing. They should be using it on penis growth. Yeah. Don't want to be. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's the right country for it.
一觉醒来，这里肿的跟鸡蛋一样，而且很硬，就是
Sorry.
异物感很明显，而且我没有办法张大嘴说话，也不能笑了，只要一用力，这里就很疼。我的嘴巴也是，我要刻意的闭上，它才能合起来，不然它就是半开的，因为这很重。刚刚我吃了消炎药了，但不知道有没有用。你们有碰到过这种情况吗？这该怎么办？
And it somehow gets even worse because some people started developing bone resorption. Basically, the bone inside your chin can start thinning away. And
What?
this is exactly what happened to a Chinese influencer named
What? It's eating the bone. Droopy dong syndrome. Would it be though? What would happen? If it's peptides, like, okay, look. You're generating cellular growth, right? Now, they're putting it into the fat of their chin and generating fat and stuff, right? I think. But what if you put it into like a gland? What is it gonna do? Probably bad things. Yeah. Maybe good things until it goes bad. The same thing. There'd be a bunch of people running around with like deformed tails. For dinks. Wheelbarrows. Shit all rolled up in there. Well, seeing how it affects tissue, it would grow at injection point. So balloon dong. Yeah, balloon dong. God, it's just like, just don't do it.
Yaki. At just 16 years old, Yaki roughly paid 1,000 RMB for 2 chin injections. And it was simple, hyaluronic acid, the same thing everybody else was getting. It was safe. And
Right.
immediately afterward, everything looked great. Her face looked noticeably longer and the natural V shape was there. But then
Right.
something happened that at first she was actually happy about. Because the filler didn't go away. You see, hyaluronic acid is supposed to be absorbed by the body and dissolve after a couple months. And months passed and her chin didn't change at all. At first she thought, wow, what an amazing deal, right? Wait, everybody
Whoa.
else has to keep paying for maintenance, but mine is still here? Talk about the worst buy one get one free deal. Because eventually her chin slowly started changing shape. It started
Whoa.
swelling really bad and she experienced constant itching and redness. And slowly her chin started going downward. And real quick, this is all
Oh,
very dangerous,
man.
we know that, but having your data
This is
leak is also
brutal.
bad. If you Google yourself
Dude,
right now, you might find your
what?
name, your address, all
Leaking
exposed by
data?
these sketchy data brokers. And this is why
Uh-huh.
Ensoniq is a lifesaver.
Ensoniq,
It tracks
huh?
down all your personal data that's in the wild and removes it for you automatically.
Remove
Ensoniq is
data.
basically like your cleanup crew for emails,
crew.
addresses, numbers. And they don't just do it once.
get it.
Because your data can reappear, they keep sending
Check it out.
removal requests over time. And their biggest thing is their custom removals feature. Let's say you
Custom-
find
yeah.
a random website that's
That's
exposing
right.
your info. You literally just copy the link, paste it in Ensoniq, and their privacy team tackles all the removals.
Go
for
get
you.
it.
This is one of the most useful things to have if you're always chronically online, like
Yep.
me. And through their portal, you see the whole process with full transparency. It's risk-free too. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not
Yeah.
feeling it. So if you don't want randoms having access to your personal info, you can check out Ensoniq using the link in the description and support your boy using
So-
code WANI for 60% off the annual plan. Just go to
You hear that? Go and support him. If you're gonna do it, like since we're playing his video and stuff like that, I mean, like go over there, give him a like, give him a view. Go if you want this Ensoniq.com thing, go do the thing. Help support him.
Ensoniq.com/Wani. Thank you, Ensoniq, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into it. It just kept getting longer and longer, day after
What?
day, and it kept bulging.
Oh,
Which
man, what a
eventually
nightmare.
led her to that bubble chin appearance. This damage started affecting how her mouth actually functioned, and her lower lip wouldn't even open properly anymore.
What?
So for several days, her mouth was essentially stuck in one position. She couldn't
Really?
eat really, and moving or talking with her mouth was almost impossible. And she was stuck living with it
kidding.
for years as her bone in the chin kept thinning and
What?
weakening. And netizens were like, why doesn't she just remove it? Like, why doesn't she just dissolve the filler? Well, that assumes that what's inside her chin
Is
is
filler.
actually filler. A lot of
remember.
these bubble chin cases happened when people went to these unregulated beauty salons who use cheap counterfeit products.
Right.
So if you don't actually know what was injected, how are you supposed to dissolve it? Whatever
Oh,
filler was
boy.
injected could start spreading to multiple layers of tissue and even start mixing with other
Oh.
components of your chin.
Oh.
And every single time doctors cut into the area to do like a repair,
Oh, that's
it would create
brutal.
another injury. So, you know, you'd think people would just take a step back for a bit, okay? Just stop this, right? Unfortunately, it got
Oh,
even
man.
crazier because people who ended up with these bubble chins decided to take matters into their own hands to remove.
Oh no! Imagine my shock bootleg chemicals in China. No way. Dude,
Move it themselves with scissors. Because there's
What?
another case that came out in June 2025, and this one genuinely sounds like a horror movie. It involved a woman in Nanjing named Miss Deng. Now, she was already trying to repair a previously failed bubble chin injection. She spent years trying to fix it. She searched on Douyin, Xiaohongshu. Worst possible decision, by the way. And then she kept seeing posts from this one clinic page called Suzhou Yumei Medical Aesthetics. Every
boy.
single patient they did had perfect results. Almost too perfect. I mean, if you take a look at their profile, they specifically advertise experience in repairing bubble chins involving these so-called growth peptides. Not only
Okay.
that, but they claimed that they had specialized filler repair technology. Foreign substances stuck in your face? Easy. Complicated repairs that nobody wants to touch? This guy lives for it. So
Oh,
Ms. Deng
boy.
traveled there for a consultation.
Oh, man.
And the price? 20,000 yuan. So
20,000.
definitely not cheap at all.
$3,000?
And after a couple of weeks of thinking, she agreed to it. And this is where everything started going downhill. I'll explain this in the
boy.
least gruesome way possible, okay?
Yeah.
Basically, they took a hot needle and then they started using it to drag her chin back and forth. Yeah, I'm not a surgeon, but you know, if somebody tells me that they're going to take a hot burning needle and scrape it on my chin back and forth, I think I'll just live with it, honestly. Just 3 days
What?
later, large blisters started forming around her chin, and the doctors saw this, saw what was
Whoa.
happening, and they basically told her, that's normal. Just trust the process. And this
Damn.
is where they sent her home with instructions and Chinese ointment. Except the instructions they gave her to treat it at home were to use scissors to cut it off herself.
What?
Yeah, this is absolutely insane.
you
And not
fucking
even medical
kidding me?
scissors either. So every day she cleaned the wound and would just start trimming at it every single day. And the wound, it kept getting bigger, and then signs of infection started appearing. And despite all of that, they kept reassuring her that if she kept cutting away at it, it would heal. I mean, it makes sense, right? Your body will start adapting to it as you trim it, and reverse curse technique. This continued for another month and a half, and at that point, her chin deteriorated so badly that a large hole had actually formed in her chin. And it left Miss Ding with a really massive scar that spanned over 6 centimeters across her chin. This was honestly brutal because she even said that this completely destroyed her life for those 6 months. And on June 17th, a reporter accompanied Miss Ding to go back to Yume Medical Aesthetics to see what was up. You'd expect some kind of explanation or some accountability.
Like thinking
Instead,
about my
when
chin
they
right
arrived,
now.
the doors were locked and the windows were shut.
Whoa.
Sitting at the entrance was a notice saying that the business is currently undergoing renovations and was temporarily closed. Of course it was. I mean, it's always renovations. They're just renovating how to cover up this case. But man, the timing was comical because the clinic that just announced that they had revolutionary filler repair technology literally just shut down in less than a year. And this is where people started looking at these failed cases of these bubble chins and these filler injections. And they said, you know why there are so many failed cases of these injections? You know why bubble chins even exist?
Why?
Because they're not permanent. So they moved on to using chin implants. Basically, a lot of people saw what was happening with these bubble chins, and many of them gradually shifted to getting actual implants. It's not liquid, right? It's not filler. It's literally permanent. Right. During a procedure, the doctor will make a small incision inside of the mouth rather than outside because this will avoid scarring. That's one of the reasons why these chin implants are being marketed as being discreet. You just choose the implant and then it's directly placed into your jaw to either push it more forward or just completely change your side profile. Finally, the perfect solution. No more revisiting the clinic every couple months. No more bubble chins. Instead, you just install one permanent chin. But the reality is, it can get even worse because the implant can start absorbing into your bone. This is where many cases of bone erosion started happening because the implant started sinking into the bone itself. Not just that, but this patient here actually developed protruding teeth because the implant was severely compressing the roots of the person's teeth. And the implant started pulling the entire mouth outward.
This is crazy,
that is
man.
Insane. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why most hospitals don't even do implant-based chin augmentation. And it's not because the doctors can't do it. The risks are just way too high and complicated.
Crazy.
Of course, not every chin injection ends up with someone developing a bubble chin. There are legitimate medical professionals. But it's slowly becoming harder and harder for the average person to tell the difference. You can spend hours researching, looking at reviews, before and after photos, and you could still not even know what exactly you're walking into. And if
it's almost like messing with biology is a bad idea or something. Yeah. No shit, right? It's like all this plastic surgery stuff is a lie. Basically, you know what I mean? It's like, here, we could change the way you look and it'll be good, you know, it'll be great and that, but it's just, it's not, the body doesn't like it. Like, as far as what the body thinks is that you've been maimed or you've got a wound or there's something foreign in the body and it tries to get rid of it, or like in this case absorb it, you know, and grow around it and weird shit like that. It's just, we're not made to be changed in that way, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, it's unnatural.
If anything goes wrong, good luck fighting a company funded by millions. I mean, what are they gonna do? Investigate themselves? Yeah, they're gonna do everything they can to cover it up. So yeah, once again, another bubble variant has emerged, and hopefully this time it doesn't get as bad as before, and people, you know, see the red flags and stay away from it, because at this point it's becoming like Pokemon evolutions. And taking a look back at my facial analysis from earlier, yeah, it does tell me that I will benefit from a longer and sharper V-line chin. But it also says that I will look great being bald. I don't know about that one. At this point, they're just trying to get rid of the competition.
Yeah, eh? Don't get plastic surgery. Whatever you do. Never. Yeah, it's just not. God, that was terrible, hey? Yeah, I don't even. That was a horror. That was like body horror. Like a horror. Body horror story. I can't even laugh. I want to smile to fix that, but I just need to sit with that for a minute. Yeah, that was brutal. I can't believe it, yeah. But I can. You know what I mean? Yeah. Damn. I'm gonna have a listen to this for a second. It's actually so weird that this is. Let me pull up the actual good recording of that song. Holy smokes. Album 1. You know what I should do is actually find that sound on my keyboard, that those what do you call it, that. I should try and find that sound. That way I can have that original sound in there. So this is a little different. Like I added in that distorted snare, but I also have. Let me turn off that. Where is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. So I also got a normal snare there. But I also, what I want to do is put in a, so we got, if we remove that one, right? Hang on, let me close this again. Let me just check it actually. So get that metal hitting thing. Also want to add in a different snare. Make sure it's saved first, Mark. And then I think I've got a picture that I took. Let me check. Pictures, screenshots. Is this it? No. No, that's not it. Ah, there it is. A screenshot of some of the sounds that I liked, that Yeah. So the distorted snare in here was SNR 626 snare, 1 wave. Oh, it is. It's right here. And this actually, yeah, this doesn't have the, okay, so we're going to have 2. We're going to take this, I'm going to clone this, and this one, whoa. Okay, this one we're going to add the word clip in front of it. And this one we're going to add in, we're going to distort this one. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're going to distort this one first. So, I'm going to remove this. So let's remove the, hang on, let me turn off my air conditioner. Okay, so what we're going to do is, idea is to remove that. Let's add a, let's put in, we're going to use an amplifier. Actually, amp. Tube amp with tone controls is what we want. And then we're going to put in a stereo amp. Stereo amp? After that, yeah. So that way we can bring down the overall volume with the stereo amp and then crank up the tube amp. And now we've got... Put it, so if I were to here, say open this up in the piano roll, and it's it's open in the piano roll. We're doing that's not it. This one. Oh wait, hang on. Fuck. Let me do this first. Now let's open the piano roll. So C, D, E, F, G, A. So it'd be A then. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. Let's see if this works. Let's put this up here. Now. Would this be... Not there. What would that do? Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Because it's like I want to take that original recording sound to it, but I also want it to be a little more industrial sounding, like a little bit. When I say that, I mean just sounds and groove. Yeah, it's to find that right mix of the two. Yeah, it's a vision. I have an idea in my head of what I want to do. I keep going to move the mic that's on my headphones so I can take a sip of my coffee thinking it's in the way, and it's like, oh yeah, not even using it. I mean, I'm still getting that shit all over my face. Coffee all over my face. Yeah, is this too loud? I'll bring it down a little bit in volume. Getting there. It's getting there. I like this. Let's there's a kick drum sound that I want to use in here. It was... Is it the Banshees or Kiko 3 low finesse.ds? I think it was. Let's see here. Low. Close. There it is. Yeah. You know that has to be in there. Where did it just go? There it is. Where would it be like? Maybe, but I think if I bring this into the piano roll, before I do that, let's make sure this is on. Let's see here. Sorry. Let me hit play here on this. That's why. Not sure. Whoa. It's almost like oh, rereading something you already said. That you said a while ago. What if I put it on all the crashes? Not on there though. Actually opening piano roll. That's pretty cool so far. Okay. Gotta hear that with guitars to really know. Now, what else did I want to grab from this over here? What do you think? Dirty Reese? No. I think that's what I was looking for. Let me see what it sounds like together with this crazy music. Yeah, this is actually going to sound pretty cool. As far as the actual sound that I used, it could be anything. Boy, I miss working with this thing. Yeah, I could easily just sample. Let's hear the original track again without that. I'm going to try something really quick. Really quick, I should try something. Let's save this. And here, let me just close my Discord for right now. Just to save on some computing power. Let's go over to... Oh, I know. Here, let's save this. Let's exit. Let's quit that. Now let's open up Audacity over here, right? And then now check. it's gonna pick up too. We'll get it. Let's try this. It would have just kept going if I held it. So what I would have to do, hang on, undo record. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna have to like unplug my mic for a second. There, I'm back. So now see it from here. That. Now this should be speed. I think that. I think this will work. We'll see. Or it's too long. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's try this. So we're going to go save project as sample voyage. Okay, so we're going to create new thing, call it sample. Oh, no, not that, no. Go to the create thing. Just call this sample. No, actually, what am I doing? I do need to make a folder. I do need to make a folder. Create a folder. Call it sampled voyage SQ-1. Okay. And then sampled voyage. I hope this works. Voyage SQ-1. Okay. Now let's export this. Export audio. Browse to here. Okay. And then this is going to be mono. That's fine. That's all good. Okay. And export this. Oh, wait. Sampled. Yeah. Export that. Okay. Now let's close this. Now let's open up that cool ass little program that I got today, and let's create a new sound font, and let's call it Ensoniq SQ-1 Plus. Voyage. And I don't know. Author. Date. Ensoniq. Oops. SQ-1 Plus Voyage sampled. And then go to, I think it's add a sample, and then go like this. Okay, and then add an instrument, I think. Yes. And then key range. From, yes, 1 to root key, what's the root key? 38, I think. 38. Or is it supposed to be 60? I think it's 60. Okay, and then preset. Okay. Oh. Voyage preset. Boom. I think this is right. And then should be able to save it as, okay, it should work. I hope it works. Ensoniq SQ-1 Plus Voyage, just Voyage. Okay, save. Okay, and now we should be able to just close that. Let's see if this works. Let's open up the, no, I don't have it already open. Open up LMMS and pop that in there. Open recent. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to go to this and drop this in here, and then we're going to pick up, this is when we go to our file, no, yeah, documents, LMMS, my homemade VSTs, Voyage. Yeah, it's there. Okay, now we add in stereo amplifier. Crank that up. There it is. There it is, buddy. Okay, so now that it's there, if I could just do it. There, I just sampled it and turned it into a preset, bro. Let me just check this real quick. That's the right one, yeah. Also, the gain needs to be turned up. There we go. Okay. There, I just sampled a sound right off my fucking right off my keyboard. And how long did that take? Seconds. Just like that. And it's playable. Now, let's see if this will work. First, we got the organ. Open in piano roll. Let's go like this. Copy. There. Let's go open this up. And now let's mute the organ out. Wait, where is everything? Oh, we gotta turn that on first. That's why. Okay, let's see what this does. Too low. Need to move that up a whole octave. Like so. Oh. What happened there? Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's not gonna work. Didn't hold very long. It ended very quickly. Why? Yeah. Oh, the higher, the shorter it is. Oh, okay. That's why it doesn't work like that. There's a better way to do it. I could sample every note. Or just redo it with longer notes. Maybe, yeah. In the meantime. This actually clear that. Let's put this to SQ-100. Just do that action. Yeah, I really like that so far. Here, remove that track. I'll make a better VST for that one later. I'm like dying to hear guitar with it though. It's like bugging me. I have so much more to program before I can get to that point though, where I get to try it. So it's just like, yeah. What is it? 3:28? 3:28 a.m. Am I tired? Maybe a little bit. Whoa. I'm actually like, yeah, to the point where I just can't fucking do any more work. That's how tired I feel. Yeah. Like I just don't have any more brain power left. I've done a lot today though. Like I did a lot of shit today. Holy fuck yeah, like lots. A crazy amount. So I gotta reach a point sooner or later where it's just like had enough. Yeah. So here we'll quit that right now. And yeah, I'm like fucking not sure what I want to do. I don't want to brain rot, but there's just, I'm too tired to do anything else. Yeah, that is my problem. It is, it is. Yeah. Fuck, I think I'm done. I may be done for the night, bro. Yeah, I think so. It's only been like 3 hours. That's not even much. But with this amount of stuff that I was doing, I guess it makes sense. I feel hungry. Yeah. I'll catch you next time, hopefully. So, you know you will. You'll definitely catch me next time. I'm sure of it. Yeah. My surprise stream. Surprise! Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to eat something and then go to sleep, I think. I got another can of chickpeas and some tomatoes in the fridge. I could make myself something good. Yeah, it could be really delicious. Yeah, that's what I had today. I'm going to eat it again. Yeah. Well, pre-posterone, thanks for hanging out with me again. You're going to have to come by again. Yeah, it's been a while since I talked to you. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, man. You have a good night. I'll catch you in a few days or soon or tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know for sure. And the rest of you, I'm Mark. I'm your parasocial friend on the internet. Next time you see me streaming, come pop in and hang out with me and my friends and chat. Okay. All right. Peace and love, you guys. See you, dude.